Dina, what about digital commerce? Such a huge part of all our lives now. Moving into metaverse, Web3. How do you see that changing the skill set?
I mean, it's in line with what James was just saying, really. I think it's you need specialists, and in terms of, right now the opportunity in something like the metaverse is exponential in terms of, really. I think it's going to be the biggest kind of thing that changes, particularly things like education, but how brands kind of like play a role, and what they do and how they create experiences. I think it's only going to grow and grow and grow, and I don't know. I mean, most people, when you talk about the metaverse, kind of like go, you're just talking about something that doesn't really exist, and it's hard to conceptualize. But if you put on an Oculus Quest and you've had like done the National Geographic experience where you go to Machu Picchu, and if you've been to Machu Picchu, you realize that you're learning more suddenly by going through an Oculus Quest thing, because you didn't read all those plaques and whatever, you just kind of like absorbed it all, and you get like a guided tour, and you're like, wow, this is incredible, and that's a great kind of brand creative experience. And I think that in terms of there's so much more opportunity like that, but do we have the people that have got the tools to design what the mind can imagine right now? The answer is not enough people. So you definitely need more and more of these specialists that are just laser focused on that thing to create the best possible experience. And then, but you need people like James, who are kind of like orchestrating, people who think more broadly about creativity and can bounce between different kind of media channels and kind of can think bigger ideas and just pull the right kind of specialist teams together to make them kind of work together. And I think that, and also I'll bring in kind of Julie as well. I imagine a large part of her job is about just managing different personalities that want to work in different kind of ways and have different kind of like, mood swings all the time.
Lots of mood swings. I think it's really interesting, actually, because you've got a lot of different types of people in an agency, and I think what you're probably trying is people who are creative and conceptual and ideate versus people who have that technical ability, and how do we build those teams that marry those people up at the right time so we're using them in the best possible way. And I think what we're thinking about a lot is, are those people that we need in-house? Are those people that we partner with when we need them? What's the, especially when you're talking about Web3 and metaverse and all that, it's all so new that actually we don't really, what is the strategy there? And I think if we can outline the strategy and then nail the team to that, then you're winning, you're off on your course. And then I think in terms of skill set, what is the creative of the future? I mean, everything's quite consumable now. It's a lot quicker. How do we potentially just make stuff and then test and optimize and then think about how it fits in? So is there a different type of model that we can move to answer the kind of briefs we have now?
Is metaverse sort of top of mind at Specsavers headquarters? Is that something that you guys are worrying about a lot?
I don't think we're worrying about it. I think we're talking about it, and we're trying to understand where we fit in and what it is. I think there's, probably most brands are trying to figure it out. What is it? What is the opportunity there? And I think it's a really exciting time because we're all learning, and it's an opportunity to play and try, and you can probably just do things you might not be able to do in 5-6 years when everybody's got it all figured out and you've got your swim lanes.